I think so many people are watching women's basketball right now.
Yeah.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time.
Is there any news in the WNBA as hot as the rivalry between Caitlyn Clark of the Indiana Fever and Angel Reese of the Chicago Sky? While both players are exceptionally talented, there can only be one who stands out, and it seems Reese is on the shorter side, making her vent anger by making accusation against Caitlyn's devoted fans. Could this be stemming from her disappointment in losing out on the coveted Rookie of the Year award? Or her real experience? Let's dive into the details and explore everything. Reese and Clark have been on-court rivals since before their WNBA days, with Reese's LSU beating Clark's Iowa in the 2023 National Championship game. However, Clark and the Hawkeyes met and beat Reese and the Tigers in the Elite Eight last season. Although it was short then, interaction between the two, most especially Reese, showed that they are clashing, and fans do well to increase the tempo. It was during the first meeting when Reese and LSU broke away with a dominant second quarter and never looked back in the second half. Caitlyn Clark led all scorers with 30 points, but the Hawkeyes couldn't keep pace with the Tigers, who shot an impressive 64.7% from three-point range. Angel Reese contributed 15 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals, securing LSU's commanding victory.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
Honestly, I have no idea. I was just trying to get to the handshake line and shake hands and, be grateful that my team was in that position. That's all you can do is, hold your head high.
The real drama unfolded in the final moments when Angel Reese taunted Caitlyn Clark, pointing to her ring finger and doing the iconic John Cena, "You can't see me" gesture right in Clark's face, mirroring a move Clark had made earlier in the tournament. Reese's message was clear. The championship ring was hers. While Reese's actions sparked a wave of controversy, Clark wasn't bothered by it. Since then, their rivalry has made for exciting matchups and debate among fans. While that rivalry has made for exciting matchups and debates among fans, it's also led to some fans directing hate toward Reese, and she and Clark are both hoping to put an end to it and keep the focus on basketball. Although it seems it's only Clark that works towards that, and it worked for her.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlyn Clark, University of Iowa.
Ever since WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert announced Caitlyn Clark as the #1 overall pick in April's draft, the clock began ticking on when the Indiana Fever guard would win her first individual silverware, a Rookie of the Year award, an MVP, and so on. But Clark was entering the league with competition in a stellar rookie class, a group of young players regarded as potentially transformative figures. In the WNBA, Clark's fiercest competition for Rookie of the Year honors was Angel Reese, who set rebounding and double-double records during her debut season with the Chicago Sky. Through the first half of the season, Clark faced a stiff challenge from the Chicago Sky's Angel Reese, as she helped her team hover near 500, 10-14, heading into the Olympic break. The fortunes of Clark and Reese then diverged from mid-August on. The Fever moved up to 6th in the standings and qualified for the playoffs for the first time since 2016. The Sky, meanwhile, slumped to a 13-27 finish and missed the postseason by 2 games. Her candidacy was already losing steam when Reese suffered another blow with a premature wrist injury, which saw her out of Chicago's final 6 games. But even then, Clark has always found a way to surpass expectations, and it's a matter of time before she would be named Rookie of the Year. But at this moment, Clark has been named the unanimous Association Press Rookie of the Year in the WNBA, capping a stellar debut season in the pro ranks. As for Reese, she did not get a single first-place vote despite averaging 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds. Clark, who averaged 19.2 points per game and led the league with 8.4 assists per contest, was also named to the All-WNBA first team alongside league MVP Aja Wilson, Defensive Player of the Year winner Nafisa Collier, triple-double machine Alyssa Thomas, and 2023 MVP Brianna Stewart. It's actually not easy to take this loss at such a moment of the season, so Reese took the blame out on Clark's fans. On her new podcast, Unapologetically Angel, Reese opened up about the difficulties that have come with her rise to stardom. Instead of just focusing on sports, she opened up about the personal attacks she's faced, exposing the harassment she's endured from some of Clark's supporters. This revelation left many in disbelief, as the intensity of these interactions was far beyond what anyone expected.
Caitlyn is an amazing player, and I've always thought she was an amazing player. We've been playing each other since high school, like literally been playing each other since high school, and like knowing that like there's never been beef. Like we've talked trash to each other in AAU, like that it's been that. So I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like they ride for her, and I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe she stands on any of that. But when you come, when it's behind your name, that's when a lot of people are like, oh, they think, oh, I don't like her because her fans are saying this. No, I don't believe in her heart that she has hatred towards me, and I'm sure she believes that I don't have hatred towards her. But I think her fan base has gone. I'm talking about like.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Like
we see it all the time.
I know y'all see it. Like I literally saw something today that was like, it's crazy, and it goes down to knowing like again we are humans. Like basketball is literally a game. Like I promise you, it's literally a game. We have so much fun.
She specifically spoke about being the target of racism and death threats from fans of Caitlyn Clark, though Reese said she knows Clark doesn't condone her fans' behavior.
So I think it's really just the fans. Her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like they ride for her, and I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe she stands on any of that. But when you come, when it's behind your name, that's when a lot of people are like, oh, they think, oh, I don't like her because her fans are saying this. No, I don't believe in her heart that she has hatred towards me. And I'm sure she believes that I don't have hatred towards her. But I think her fan base has gone, I'm talking about like.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Like
we see it all the time.
I know y'all see it. Like I literally saw something today that was like, it's crazy. And it goes down to knowing like, again, we are humans. Like. Basketball is literally a game. Like I promise you, it's literally a game. We have so much fun with it. But when it comes to death threats, when it comes to people finding, like I'm talking about people have come down to my address, follow me home. Like it's come down to that. And like when I talked about earlier on after the season, and when I was in my press conference and I was talking about being sexualized, like I guess people thought that was like because I post pictures in my.
Clark doesn't really ever mention Reese or the Chicago Sky. Meanwhile, Reese can't seem to stop using the Indiana Fever and WNBA sensation for attention. She even went as far as supporting a TikTok video claiming fans of Clark never cared about basketball and cared only about racism.
So I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it. And
instead of denouncing the post, she showed full support for it and wrote in the comments, "You left no crumbs," meaning the poster nailed it. While what she did was completely wrong, fans attacking her weren't right either. For instance, when her injury hit the media, many were quick to express skepticism about the validity of her injury, with some suggesting that she might be faking it. This raises the question, why would she do such a thing? In response to the speculation, she took to her phone to debunk the rumor.
I hurt my wrist. I'm out for the season. I
Fell on my hand when I got the M1. When I fell back, fell on my hand, and it is a small crack in my bone. Yeah. Basically, the doctors told me that I could either not get surgery or have surgery. The risk of not having surgery, I could literally have arthritis at 22 years old. That wasn't an option. The bone could literally crack and literally completely shatter. Right now, it's like a hairline, literally a hairline, like shatter. Not even that big, but they're gonna put like a small little screw in it. And I wasn't going for it getting any bigger. And long term, I literally could have like not played anymore because my bone is, this is a very hard place.
Even many people suggest that it would be insensible for her to fake an injury when she's on the verge of winning the Rookie of the Year award, or at least challenging it tightly, because many believe Clark would win it. However, fans suggest she might be using this injury as a strategy to avoid embarrassment in the Rookie of the Year competition against Clark. It may sound far-fetched, but it underscores the intensity of their rivalry. Although Reese has been performing exceptionally well, averaging 13 points and 13 rebounds per game, with multiple double-doubles to her name and breaking several records, she didn't come close to Clark.
Boston gets it back to Clark, sidesteps Howard, she will launch and knock down a three.
Makes it look so easy. Range on at least 23-point attempts in a five-game span. You know what else is on that list? You're probably going to have a team in rotation, and you're probably going to have some mismatches.
Clark, step back three. She connects with a triple.
She gets that much time.
Oh, pass ahead, Smith.
While Reese shines due to individual accolades, Clark excels at making the game about the team. While she is expected to shine, many argue that Angel Reese deserves recognition as Rookie of the Year. After all, she was the best player on the team that won a national championship, proving her consistency and talent. As Clark faces a bullseye from every opposing team, the narrative around these two promising athletes is shifting. One wrist injury has created significant drama, leaving fans and analysts questioning what's really happening behind the scenes. The Chicago Sky, once considered a rising force, have seen a decline in performance during the second half of the season. Many attribute this to the attention surrounding Angel Reese, who has positioned herself as the standout player rather than emphasizing the team's collective efforts. While the Sky hosted a themed event, Reese's focus seemed to be more on personal branding than on team unity.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlyn Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch.
Caitlyn Clark has masterfully balanced being a team player while also achieving individual success. As a rookie, she is tasked with responsibilities that surpass those of her peers, including seasoned players who have spent time overseas. Despite not always meeting the high-scoring standards she set during her time in the Big Ten, she is rising to the challenge. The level of competition in the WNBA is formidable, and immediate scoring success was never the primary expectation for her within the Fever's system. Moreover, she faces unprecedented defensive pressure, possibly the highest any rookie has encountered in league history.
I mean, I think it's obviously cool, but at the same time, like, I feel like we play basketball the right way, and then that's just what kind of comes along with it. And it's fun. Like, we've been winning. Like, that's what makes all of this so much better. Like, I feel like we're just playing such better basketball than we were, even a month ago before the break. Like, it just feels like our chemistry's better. It just feels like everything flows a little bit better. It just, like, feels better. I think as a basketball player, like, it's something you can feel when
The
you're...
Fever needed a floor general capable of distributing the ball to reigning Rookie of the Year, Aaliyah Boston, former number 1. Second overall draft pick, Nalissa Smith, and wing players Kelsey Mitchell and Katie Lou Samuelson. Clark has excelled in this role, already setting the franchise record for single-season assists and achieving her first career triple-double, the first ever by a rookie in the league's 28-year history. In her last game before the All-Star break, she broke Courtney Vandersloot's WNBA record for single-game assists with an impressive 19. At the All-Star game, Clark demonstrated her talent by leading Team WNBA to a strong first-half performance, falling just one assist short of Sue Bird's All-Star record. Although she could have surpassed it had she played more in the second half, Clark opted to remain on the bench to allow Arika Ogunbowale to shine. Currently, Clark leads the league in assists, helping the Fever improve their ranking from 11th to 6th in assists this season. While her assist numbers could be even higher, often because her teammates are not fully anticipating her passes, they have recently started to adapt to her signature behind-the-back moves during drives to the basket. In 7 of her last 9 games, she has recorded double-digit assists, achieving doubles in all of them. Caitlyn Clark's current average of 7.5 assists per game is poised to break the rookie record set by legendary point guard Ticha Penicheiro for Sacramento in 1998. If she maintains this pace, she will become only the fourth rookie in WNBA history to average at least 6 assists per game, a feat not even accomplished by icons like Sue Bird or Dawn Staley in their debut seasons. Furthermore, her average would rank as the 5th best in league history, trailing only 4 seasons recorded by Courtney Vandersloot. While team success typically doesn't factor heavily into the Rookie of the Year race, Clark's impact on the Fever has been remarkable in just 3 months. The team is now just 2 wins away from matching their best record since 2019, which came during a shortened season. Achieving 3 wins in their final 15 games would mark the Fever's best record since 2016, when they finished at 17-17, with Tamika Catchings on the court. Notably, 4 of their recent victories have come against teams with .500 or better records, including league-leading New York and Commissioner's Cup champion Minnesota, with Clark playing a pivotal role in those wins. Caitlyn Clark isn't merely excelling, she's redefining the game. If she continues on this path, her possibilities are limitless. Maybe this was why Reese had to carve out another niche for herself in the entertainment industry. Let's have your opinion on that in the comment.